What's up, stoners? Today we'll be playing DDLC again. You know, episode 2, you feel me? Hi again, stoner. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Ha ha ha. Okay? Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, stoner. Yeah, you're good. I hope this isn't too overwhelming for a commitment for you. What? Oh, of a commitment for you. No, not really. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. No, that's fine. So are you, but nah, not you, Natsuki. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Shut the hell up. Sayuri told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. Correct. I still don't. Kinda forced to. And last year, too. Well, yeah. Why? Okay, who cares? I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. I don't fucking know. I'm figuring shit out as it goes. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Okay? I will. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Oh, Jesus. Natsuki finds herself between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Oh, Jesus. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her desk. Yeah. Don't worry, guys. Stoner always gives his best as long as he's having fun. Kinda true? Not really. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. I would never do that, but sure. Like cooking, cleaning my room. I would never clean anybody else's room. Ever. How dependable. Yeah. Sayuri, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? Oh, Jesus. You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. Okay, don't say it like that. How come? You and Stoner can become good friends too, yeah. Don't do that. Sayuri. As usual, Sayuri seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayuri. Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayuri made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. Are you saying my attention span is short? And we could, discuss it if you wanted. Sure, that's what literature clubs are. How is this girl accidentally being so... Don't say it like that. She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you, I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayuri and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in the book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki's rummaging around in the desk, in the closet. What is up with me replacing the fucking words with desk? I'm fucking having a stroke. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. But at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the corner of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Ah, crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and her eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was forced, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. What? Oh, focused. I'm a dumbass. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Ah. Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. That's what she said. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eye. It scans her eyes over the back. Portrait of Markov. Wait, there's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright. I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Because it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships and her life starts to fall apart. It's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Ahaha. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Stoner? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot the Yuri's into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that those kinds of stories, they challenge. Fuck. They challenge you to look at it. Fuck. They challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you relate to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plan. This seems very specific. I'm rambling, aren't I? Yeah, just a bit. Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books, writing, fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I ever start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. Valid point. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. Ahaha, what are you saying? Just a moment ago, you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieve the book that I put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. This is so cringe. I feel gross reading this. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. Looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? Jesus. I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. Fuck, don't fucking do it again. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Okay, can you just not, it feels like my left arm is in the way, so I instead use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. You don't need... Okay. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, I turn the page and Yuri lets it under her thumb after I flip it to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. This is so cringe. It's actually kind of distracting me. Yeah, same here. I don't know whether I should be looking at her, the floor, or what I'm supposed to be reading. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face. Ew. And she's in the corner of my vision. More than just the corner. Okay, why is her eye shifting towards us? Are you ready? Don't fucking phrase it like that. To turn the page. Oh, sorry. Oh, Jesus, I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again and her eyes. Fuck, I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. Yeah. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? Don't fucking smirk at me. I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. Fuck off. It's probably the least I can do. Since you've been so patient with me. Oh, Jesus. Yeah. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. You're weird, man. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it with her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways. But she also second guesses all the things that she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything. But they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. Thank you. Oh, Jesus. Yuri remained silent for a moment. That felt so weird, having a first-person perspective like that. That was so weird. But Stoner, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. It's so embarrassing that you would think that. Well, wait. I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute. Don't fucking... What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. I hate this. I genuinely hate this. I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thoughts. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thoughts. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright, I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read it a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read it with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Alright. I stand up. make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends very abruptly. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I haven't really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait. Sayuri and Monica, I stuttered through that, enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayuri's on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. And my calligraphy looks like a drunk toddler was hit in the back of a head by a fucking 2x4 and then was told to write the Declaration of Independence. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first? 100% Yuri. Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. I can trust her opinion, to be fair. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. Oh, he's going to hate me. Oh, I thought we were saying... What? He's going to hate me? What? You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. Huh? I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Ah ha ha ha. Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? None. Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they fit the two together. What the fuck does that even mean? The end result is that both of the styles and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. And meanwhile, I'm stuttering through this entire fucking sentence because I haven't slept in over a day and a half. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased though. Biased how? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that? Sorry. It's fine. Fuck does that even mean? I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamingly, as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? I guess so. The fuck? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. The fuck is that word? Bathing. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining sheet light to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future I bathe. Calm's breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back. That's an amazing handwriting, but I cannot read cursive for shit. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. Actually, your handwriting is fucking amazing. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Eh? That's a relief. Also, I liked the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Haha. Hoo-hoo? What the fuck? How do I pronounce that? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Stoner. Really? Wasn't that like the first word? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. Eh? It's nothing really. Yours was impressive too, so nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Stoner. Me too. Oh, Jesus, who should I show my poem to? Definitely not Natsuki. I kind of want to show Monica, but on the other hand, I don't know if I want to. I'm going with the safe option and going Sayuri. This is a good poem, Stoner. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? Ehehe, I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously, or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It really just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Okay, I'm a lazy asshole, but I'm not that much of a lazy asshole. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. Oh, Jesus. Fuck, I've already been recording for half an hour. See? It's like I said before, Stoner. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people can do. Oh, do. Only good people do, not can do. I'm a dumbass. Thanks, Sayuri. I'm not sure if Sayuri sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. No, she's the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah, and I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay. Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. Ehehe. We'll see about that. Okay, a much longer poem. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. The sleepy from my eyes. I don't know what the fuck that means. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. It feels like a child wrote it. Her calligraphy is very good. It's much more legible than Yuri's was. Sayuri, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No. Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little bit better about myself. Don't be mean. Oh, Jesus, we're such assholes. I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Oh, Jesus. Even though you were late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Oh, Jesus. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyways, thanks for showing me. Ehehe. That was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. But next time I won't forget. Monica's the best? Strange wording. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Who should I show my poem to next? 100% Monica. 100% Monica. Hi, Stoner. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Hear me out. Hear me out. Topless Tuesdays. Now, just like, imagine it, you feel me? Don't be afraid to bring things up. So what? My last idea wasn't good? Come on. Topless Tuesdays is an amazing idea. Alright, I'll keep that in mind. I thought she was the one saying it. I was gonna say. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Ah ha ha ha. Don't worry, Stoner. Hey, what's with your posture? Like, fucking straighten out your back. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? You sure about that? Why is your skirt going straight up? I'm not gonna question it. But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Great job, Stoner. I was going oh in my head while reading. Don't fucking say that. It's really metaphorical. What, the poem, or you going oh? I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. Yeah, you can always trust in me for going deep. As you know, I'm the triple S, the stoned stoner. I guess I underestimated you. I hate how all of these fucking lines can all be taken out of context so easily. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. Ahaha, that's not very fair. Fuck is that supposed to mean? Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, or I'm very aware. That's exactly why I wrote it. Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayuri, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness. Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively. Both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel. Fuck, I just stuttered so much. I'm sorry. Jesus. Or letting them deeply analyze all of the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked, though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learning by trying new things. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased toward their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So that's why her little character didn't show up while we were writing the poem. Because she's the only one that isn't biased towards what type of style they enjoy. Okay, that's interesting, actually. So don't force yourself to write that the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Ahaha. Ahaha. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident, sir, for someone who claims not to be very good. Well, that's 'cause I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Wow, that's an amazing calligraphy. Hole in the wall. Whoa, 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 what? Hole in the wall. It wouldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes? Spackle? A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I feel... No, I reel. Blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas, already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image? It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forever into everything? A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. The fuck does any of that even mean? So what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. Ahaha, it's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten me pretty popular nowadays. I can understand why, yeah. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. Yeah, I stuttered through that entire thing. Like, the entire thing. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you can say that I have some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, an epiphany. Why the fuck? Oh my god. Oh fuck. An epiphany. Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone's better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes, when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you will never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. My English teacher will thank you. Another way to think about this is, if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. Huh. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for the day. Thanks for listening. Yeah. Who should show my poem to? Can I skip Yuri? Or Yuri, not ski. Why the fuck? Okay. Fucking stoner, if you're not going to take this club seriously, then go home. What? Harsh? Would you expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid? Well, yes, but I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put in effort. We all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painful to think about? Yeah. Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. Yeah, that's what I fucking thought. I'd tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again. Fuck you too. You know what? I don't regret my statement of last episode of telling you to jump out the window 3 times. Jump out the window. Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess. Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Yeah, knowing you, you'll probably think it's stupid. Wow, that's actually a really nice calligraphy. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can see, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. So what, people are just obsolete? Is that what you're trying to say? Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks their writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems trying to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Yeah, like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. Yeah. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice things about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out feelings in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. A pro? I'm glad you learned something. I didn't expect that from the youngest one here. No fucking way is she older than us. Homie, she's a 4th grader. Yeah, guess not. Oh my god. You're 3'4". How? I decide to humor her with the last comment. Okay, I was gonna say, I don't really care about how old everyone is, but if Natsuki's feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. She's older than us? What? Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone's judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayuri and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper. What? Gingerly? Oh, they gingerly. Oh, I'm a dumbass. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. Fuck! As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? What? Eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? Wait, what do you mean, what's with this language? Natsuki, are you illiterate? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Oh, I'm a dumbass. Poem. I'm a dumbass. I thought they meant like the writing itself, like the words and like the language in which they were writing in. I didn't think they meant about the poem itself. I'm a dumbass, okay? I don't write poems. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayuri liked it, and Stoner did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. Oh my god, you're such a bitch. It's so funny. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Stoner liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Eh? That's not what you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Stoner appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice? Didn't really give much advice. Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I wouldn't have liberally go out my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. She doesn't? Natsuki doesn't do that. She's a complete asshole. She doesn't do shit cutely. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one who's... That's interesting. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting guys. Stoner... fuck. She's just trying to make me look bad. What the fuck? I really apologize. I skipped like 7 or 8 lines of dialogue there just because I was in fucking shock of what I just saw. That's not true. Oh my god. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, this wouldn't have happened in the first place. That's the point in making your poems all convolute for no reason. The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Stoner. Well, wait. There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meanings most effectively. Avoiding them is not unnecessarily limiting yourself. Is only unnecessarily limiting yourself. It's also a waste. You understand me, right, Stoner? Well? How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. But whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So, of course, that's going to be definitely not Natsuki. Probably Sayuri. No, sorry. Not Natsuki, probably Yuri. Help me, Sayuri? No, Yuri. Natsuki. You're right that I liked your poem. See, wait. That's not an excuse for you to be so mean. You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion's different. That's not what happened at all. Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously. I understand. Yuri, You're a seriously talented writer. It's no secret that was impressive. Well, but here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting feelings into it. And it becomes something really personal. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said her poem was cute. I see. I didn't notice that I'm sorry. But Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means well. And if you told her how you felt, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. It was her that... Natsuki, I think that's enough. You both said some things that you didn't mean. Yuri apologized. Don't you think you should too? Natsuki clenches her fist. They've been clenched the entire time. Literally since episode 1. I don't think there's been a single scene where her hands weren't fucking clenched. In the end, nobody's taken her side. She's trapped at this point, being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure. I end up feeling bad for her. Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and clear my head. Sayuri, she doesn't need to. You know what? No, I don't. Hold up. I gotta refresh the recording. There we go. You know what? I'm going to do that. It'll spare me from having to look at all your faces right now. Without warning, Natsuki snatches her own poem up from the desk and storms out. On her way out, she crumples up the poem in her hands and throws it in the trash. Natsuki, she really didn't need to do that. Yeah. I look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands where she stares down at her desk. I gingerly approach her and sit in the adjacent chair. Everything alright? I'm so embarrassed I can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me now. No, Yuri. How could anyone not have gotten frustrated after being treated like that? You handled it as well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you. Well, alright, I believe you. Thanks, Stoner. You're too kind. I'm thankful to have you a part of this club now. It's nothing. One more thing. That one thing that Natsuki said about, I would never do anything so shameful. So, yeah. What thing did Natsuki say? That's an amazing thing. Yep, play it off like you didn't hear her. Well, never mind that. I'm gonna make some tea. Good idea. Make enough for more than one person, okay? Yeah. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Stoner, what about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learned something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, did I learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes? Not really. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those who I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Stoner, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Ehehe. Sayuri beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayuri and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayuri, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? Between Yuri and Natsuki. What kind of thing happened? What does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've ever seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. With you. Fuck. You. Stoner, it's really nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. Why is this game so cringe? But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's ehehe. Every day is going to be so much fun. Sigh. It looks like Sayuri still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone's nice, but does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayuri. I pat Sayuri on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayuri as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay, yeah, let's do this. And not each other. Oh, fuck, we have to make another one, god damn it. Another day passes and it's time for the meeting already. Alright, well, that was day 2. So I guess I will end the episode. Mostly because I've been recording for about an hour and a half. And also because I don't want a video to be an hour and a half. Fuck, this actually really kind of sucks. Because this video is going to be like an hour long. Alright, well, straight up, I just want to say this right now. I'm very sorry for making this video so long. And chances are the rest of the episodes in this series will be long as fuck. I'm really sorry, but that's just kind of how it's going to be. And I guess that's going to be for today's episode. So, fucking thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time, stoners. Fucking peace out.